Hello and welcome back to 365 Days with mxmtoon. I'm Maya, a singer, songwriter, video maker, Oakland native, and a self-proclaimed social media guru. I'm also a huge fan of history. I love untold stories, gross facts, hidden secrets, anything weird, dark, and funky from the past. Each day, I'm going to share one of my favorite deep cuts with you, so let's take a look at today's story.
It's 365 with mxmtoon. New facts every day, so don't leave too soon. I'm gonna teach you stuff, no it won't be tough. Gonna go a year till you've had enough. It's 365 mxmtoon.
On this day in 2006, the first ever tweet was posted on Twitter. Co-founder and CEO Jack Dorsey wrote, "Just setting up my Twitter," which he sent via text. He spelled Twitter without the vowels because that's how the name was spelled during beta testing, though they added back the vowels later. Let's take a look at the timeline of when the most successful social media companies were founded. Facebook launched 2 years before Twitter in 2004, while Instagram, which was eventually acquired by Facebook, launched in 2010. Meanwhile, sites like LiveJournal existed since 1999, so it took a while for the people of the internet to decide that they wanted to tell people about what they had for breakfast in smaller bites, pun intended. Jack Dorsey first became interested in social tech when he was 14 years old, and he started writing software that helped direct taxi drivers to the locations of people who were requesting rides. Some of his software is still used today in New York City. He dropped out of the New York University just a semester before graduating, bold move Jack, and moved to Oakland. As the popularity of AOL Instant Messenger grew, he got the idea for a service that allowed people to share brief status updates. It would be like a text message, but for everyone you're connected with to see. Dorsey teamed up with a company called Odeo, a now defunct company that tried to make a podcatcher before podcasts were cool. Podcatchers are what you call apps like Spotify, Overcast, or Stitcher, where you subscribe to podcasts, like this one, which of course is relevant now, but back then, they were too ahead of their time. Perhaps the Odeo founders knew that things were going downhill because they hosted an in-house hackathon, asking employees what they would build if they were starting a new company today. Within 2 weeks, Dorsey built a prototype for Twitter and sent his first tweet. By 2007, Twitter had won the Best Startup Award at South by Southwest, and the company was valued at $20 million. But many of the features that define Twitter as we know it didn't come along until way later. Early Twitter users wanted to find a way to connect with other people who share their interests, or to search for specific conversations about current events, fandoms, or trends. A Finnish microblogging service called Jaiku, founded a month earlier than Twitter, had been using the hashtag symbol to create specific channels where other users could chat about particular topics. But that model made it hard for users to engage on the go. Back then, before smartphones, many Twitter users would post tweets by texting a specific SMS number. But a designer and Twitter fan named Chris Messina had an idea. What if we used the hash symbol as a tagging mechanism so that all tweets about a particular subject could be grouped together in an easily searchable way? Thus, the hashtag was born. At the time, Twitter co-founder Evan Williams told Messina that hashtags were just too nerdy to go mainstream, and that Twitter would instead use machine learning to group similar tweets. But hashtags caught on because the community enjoyed using them so much. Even the word tweet was something that early Twitter users came up with, but the founders didn't even like that at first. Now, it's incomprehensible to imagine a Twitter without hashtags or tweets. Twitter works because of its brevity. It lets us live tweet our reactions to The Bachelor or our favorite award shows, forcing us to get straight to the point. But in 2017, Twitter doubled the amount of characters in a tweet from 140 to 280. Interestingly, 9% of tweets in English would use all 140 characters, while Japanese language tweets only hit the limit 0.4% of the time. Many users resented this change, but now it feels like second nature. Currently, Barack Obama is the most followed user on Twitter, with over 129 million followers. Justin Bieber and Katy Perry are a close second and third, with 113 million and 109 million, respectively. But back in 2009, Ashton Kutcher and CNN anchor Anderson Cooper raced to see who would be the first Twitter user to reach 1 million followers. Anderson Cooper promoted his account live on air, while Ashton Kutcher streamed online, each rallying their fans in real time. In the end, Ashton won by just 2,000 followers, popping a bottle of champagne on a live stream to celebrate. Of course, social media isn't always fun and games. It's a big responsibility for companies like Facebook and Twitter to have control over who gets a platform and to make decisions about what offenses are worthy of taking that platform away. In January 2021, Twitter permanently banned former President Donald Trump after his supporters attempted a coup at the U.S. Capitol building. They said that if he ever runs again, they won't reinstate his account. Good riddance, honestly. On this day in 1997, the movie Selena debuted in theaters, chronicling the life of the Mexican-American superstar, Selena Quintanilla-Pérez. In her breakout role, Jennifer Lopez portrayed Selena, who performed under her first name only, earning a Best Actress nomination at the 1998 Golden Globes Awards. Selena helped popularize Tejano music, a style that mixes Mexican music traditions with European styles like waltz and polka. Throughout her career, she listened to pop stars like Madonna and Gloria Estefan. She even became the first female Tejano artist to win a Grammy in 1994 for Best Mexican American Album. Unfortunately, in 1995, Selena was tragically shot and killed at the age of 23 by the president of her fan club. Despite her short career, Selena remains one of the most celebrated Latin musicians of her era, and her influence is still present today. In December 2020, Netflix released the first 9 episodes of a biographical drama about Selena's life. And on January 1st, 2021, all 38 members of the U.S. Congress's Congressional Hispanic Caucus signed a letter nominating the 1997 film for an addition to the National Film Registry. And now for our final segment of the day, I'm going to be going into my own photo archives to see what I was up to on a March 21st in my life. On March 21st, 2015, I went and I saw an OK Go concert. OK Go is one of my family's favorite bands. We are a huge fan of their music videos. I think that OK Go has some of the coolest music videos known to the music industry and general video creation of all time. They're kind of one of the like markers of musicians going viral online for making a really cool video. So yeah, I saw OK Go. It was so cool. There was so much confetti, and I think that was probably one of the best live shows I've ever gone to. Thanks so much for going back in time with me, and remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you can come back tomorrow for more stories from yesteryear.
It's 365 with mxmtoon. New facts every day, so don't leave too soon. I'm gonna teach you stuff, no it won't be tough. Gonna go a year till you've had enough. It's